Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to some StarCraft 2 action with me, District StarCraft. And today we do actually have a game from reddit.com/r/casted. I know it's been a long time since I've casted anything, but I've been pretty busy. I've been busy with After Hours Gaming League, SV Rush casting, Red Bloods casting, stuff like that. So, unfortunately, and school as well. Jesus Christ, school is horrible. So yeah, I've been pretty busy, but finally I'm back casting for my YouTube channel and Reddit. But you know, I mentioned After Hours Gaming League really quickly, and you might notice this overlay is not my standard one for YouTube. No, I'm going to be using the After Hours Gaming League overlay for this one, and that is just because this is a game from After Hours Gaming League. And the one who submitted this game was RSquirrel. Squirrel in the bottom left here on Inferno pools, and today he's going to be playing against his opponent, who is apparently Omnipresent. He's in the top left side, our blue Terran. So it's going to be a TVT on Inferno pools. Okay, so yeah, as I said, this is from After Hours Gaming League, and unfortunately Amazon, you know, the team that Squirrel is playing for, didn't have a caster for, you know, last week's matches, I think it was. So I thought, hey, I'm just gonna give it a shot, since I do casting for After Hours Gaming League either anyway. So, you know, here we are. So let's get into the game, shall we? Squirrel is going to be opening up with the the refinery, and following it up with a barrack. So it looks like he could go into Reaper, but since this was pretty early, I feel like you might want to go for factory first. We'll see what he decides to do. Omnipresent here, going for more of the minerals. Heavy opener, I suppose, delaying his gas by quite a bit, and going for the marine first instead. So personally, I'm not a huge fan of this map. I'm not a Terran player, so you know, it kind of favors Terran with this island here. And it's also pretty large, and I'm not a huge fan of large maps in general. But either way, I think this was in Gold League, so I don't think we can expect the best builds or, you know, most crisp timings out of these two players, but perhaps, you know, we'll see some decent stuff. I don't know if one of them was in silver as well, so we'll see. But Squirrel is indeed going for that factory, as I was talking about that. He could have gone for a Reaper, but he had too much gas to just go for one Reaper. Instead goes for the factory very quickly, which I'm actually a fan of. I know that in TVT you have to go very heavy on the tech, and Squirrel here is going for a very fast second gas as well. So Squirrel here looking to get some gas mining going on, and he drops the starport immediately and a tech lab. So looks like it's going to be a Banshee opening for Squirrel. While Omnipresent on the other side of the map, he's just got the one barracks with the reactor and is dropping the command center down right now. So I do think this Banshee has the potential to deal a lot of damage, but we'll see how Omnipresent decides to deal with this. He's gonna drop his own factory right now, and you know, he hasn't scouted anything yet. He comes up with the SV now, and he's not gonna see anything due to this wonderful wall. And Squirrel, you know, he's hiding his buildings back off here in his main base. So Squirrel looking to be in a good position for now. Omnipresent, unfortunately, is going to be supply blocked. He has got a supply depot on the way, and he's up to 26 supply right now. So Squirrel, even better for him. He's going to start that Banshee. Banshee. Not yet. Not quite yet. We'll see if he starts that. And he goes for a Raven. Huh. Okay, so he's not going to go for the Banshee here. I think he, you know, getting the Raven, of course, it allows you to deflect any Banshees coming in from your opponent. You know, they are detectors, so they can spot cloaked units. So perhaps he opens up with the Ravens and gets the Banshee after that, or he gets a Raven and follows it up with a Viking. We will see. But you know, this allows Omnipresent to. Oh my God, it's gonna drop a bunker down here. Even, please don't finish that. Well, it can salvage it, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, this is gonna put Omnipresent in the lead, to be honest, because his command center, his expansion is so much faster than Squirrel's is. So we'll see how Squirrel deals with this now moving forward here. His Raven has popped, and now he's gonna switch this out with the barracks. He goes for the one Raven and doesn't follow it up with anything. Now he's gonna switch it out for the factory to get, I assume, siege tanks up. But Omnipresent right now, he has landed his command center, getting up the orbital command. And what is his game plan here? he's doing basically the same thing that our green Terran player is doing, Squirrel here. He's got the 1-1-1 currently, and it's all pretty standard, except that he goes for the reactor on the starport instead of the barracks. That's the word I was looking for. So Squirrel, he's getting out earlier tanks, but his medevac count isn't going to be as high as his opponent's. So Squirrel, he still hasn't expanded. I mean, the income may not be that large of a difference just yet, but you know, Omnipresent with double mule drops and double SV production, it's just a matter of time before he gets far ahead in that income. So we'll see. I don't know, Squirrel's not in the best of position. He is ahead, far ahead in the arm supply, but if he doesn't use his army, he's going to end up behind. But we'll see. The +1 being started right now for Omnipresent, and that is a pretty large deal. I would say upgrades are super important, especially in mirror matchups, because you're gonna have the same units. You're gonna have Marines versus Marines and tanks versus tanks. So, oh, what is this? Double drop. So, upgrades are going to be super important in mirror matchups, and Squirrel, unfortunately, is going to be a bit behind in that regard. But now he's moving out with a double drop, and Omnipresent moving out with one medevac of his own. These two fly right past each other. I don't think, you know, these aren't gold, so I don't think we can expect them to, you know, have full map vision and full map control. So we'll see if Squirrel can make anything happen with his drop, because right now Omnipresent is moving in, but Squirrel, he's got a tank in position, and he's going to deal with these Marines relatively easy. There's no combat shield, no stim pack yet, and the tank is still alive. It's not getting focused down by Omnipresent, and it's not the best control here out of Omnipresent, you know, in general. But now Squirrel has dropped his stuff up, and he's got 2 tanks, a lot of Marines, and a Raven here as well. And Omnipresent takes a lot of damage from this. As you can see, 12 SCVs have died, and wow, Seeker missile on that tank as well. Now 12 SCVs is quite a lot, and now it's up to 14 right now. So if we go back to the income tab, you can see that Squirrel is now ahead in the SV count. Has he got that command center on the way? Yes, he does. So as I talked about earlier, Squirrel was going to end up far behind in the economy, unless he dealt damage with his army. And now he's dealt quite a lot of damage. Omnipresent has basically been forced to evacuate his entire main base. He's lifted off his main command center. It's burning down currently. So Squirrel looking to be in a nice position moving forward in this game. The one thing Omnipresent has going for him though is the upgrades. He's got the +1 attack already finished, and he's got the +1 armor started as well on those infantry units. And now Squirrel's actually starting to mine out his main base. Look at this, 23 out of 21. So in a couple of minutes, these mineral patches will be no more. I think that's an expression. There will be no more. I don't even know. Squirrel is now getting cleaned up finally by these tanks, and this drop definitely dealt enough damage though to pay for itself. So a nice drop here from Squirrel, and he's going to be in a good position, dropping one final order turret even. But he still hasn't landed his command center, moving out with that right now. But the bunker is still here. He's gonna kill that off. Yeah, there we go. So the bunker didn't do a whole lot. He's gonna salvage it. Salvage it. Oh yes, he's gonna get that refund. 75 minerals back. Very nice for Omnipresent. So now this game is going to slow down, I think, at least. And they're both on 2 bases now. Armor supply is favoring Squirrel, work supply is favoring Squirrel. So I don't really see, you know, as I said, Omnipresent is ahead in the upgrades, but that's basically the... What the fuck is this? That's basically all he's got going for him. He's got this weird supply depot wall out here as well. That's basically 3 free supply depots for Squirrel later on. Squirrel still hasn't landed his command center, so he can't really produce SCVs in the same way Omnipresent can. So we'll see. Squirrel is going to land that now and hopefully start SCV production immediately. What TVT is a lot about though is positioning and unit composition. Having a larger tank count is a huge thing, but also having a larger marine count. So now with a lot of tanks you can take out a lot of marines, but you know, it's all about what these guys decide to focus their economy on. One of them might focus heavily on tanks, the other one might focus heavily on marine upgrades instead of the vehicle upgrades. So And then it all comes down to positioning. So Omnipresent, he's going to be moving out right now. And if we go to the units tab, we can actually do like that. Check out the units for now. We have 5 tanks for Omnipresent, but only 2 in this army. We have 3 tanks for Squirrel, and they're all at home. Look at this: 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 is in the main base, so that's not gonna do a whole lot to stop this impending push. So it's looking fairly even right now. In the Marines, 27 Marines for Squirrel to the 14 of Omnipresent, but a lot of them I think are in the main base. Yeah, 5 of them right now. So we'll see how Omnipresent decides to set up this push. Right now Squirrel has just passed the 100 supply mark, and I think he's doing a better job at macroing in general than Omnipresent is doing right now. Omnipresent has got a lot of minerals left over, so he's dropping 2 command centers now. And sure, if he's able to land these and get them up and running, he's going to be in a great position, but I actually highly doubt that, because Squirrel he's pulling ahead in the armor supply right now. He's producing 2 Marauders, 2 Marines. Not in the tanks currently, but I think that's just a small mishap. It's gonna start those pretty soon, I hope. And it's also going to be finishing the +1/+1 right now, as well as Stimpack. Stimpack has not finished Omnipresent, and it hasn't even started yet. He's still researching Combat Shield, which takes a significantly shorter time to research than Stimpack does. But now Omnipresent is going to be moving in here. Marines are in a decent position, but not in a good enough position. Tanks though, wonderful position here. 1 tank has already fallen for Omnipresent. Now these Marines are not going to be able to do a whole lot here. Still 1 tank in siege mode, and now the army from Squirrel is going to be joining in and pushing this back right now. So Squirrel cleaning that up very easily. And if we go to the units lost tab, you see that Omnipresent has lost a bit more in this game. Not a huge amount more, but a bit more, and you know, in the end, definitely makes a difference. So Omnipresent is going to have Combat Shield right now. Squirrel has Stimpack. And with medevacs out on the map, I do think Squirrel has got the better upgrade going for him. Stimpack is definitely more valuable than Combat Shield is once medevacs have entered the field. So now Squirrel is going to be going for an attack of his own. Going to the armor supply tab. It's 66 to 37 right now. And Squirrel is cleaning up this army as well. A small part of Omnipresent's army being stuck out in the middle and getting caught by Squirrel. So a nice pickup there for him. And now Omnipresent is going to try to land a command center over here. And as I talked about, you know, in the introduction of this game, I did mention that this map was kind of terrain favored with these islands. So Omnipresent is going to try to utilize that. And yeah, but it does get scanned immediately from Squirrel. So Squirrel has got this gold base up and running. So he's going to be mining quite a lot, I assume. Yeah, 1800 to the 1300 roughly of Omnipresent. Squirrel sending out a medevac as well. And this... it's going to be going over to the island, I assume, to get rid of that command center. But now Squirrel's up to 152 supply to their 97 of Omnipresent. Some cute SimCity action going on over here, but I don't think it's going to be working out that great for Omnipresent. He's even got a planetary wall in here, so, you know, if Squirrel controls this, I guess, poorly, Omnipresent has a chance to take this upcoming engagement. Squirrel has started 2-2 right now, and Omnipresent has not. He's still stuck on the 1 engineering base, so Squirrel is going to be ahead in the upgrades forever in this game until 3-3 is finished and so on. Squirrel has also started the vehicle upgrades, something that Omnipresent has not. But Omnipresent is producing a lot of Marines right now, 10 at a time, so it's only going to be a matter of time before he really gets back in the supply game. Right now, Squirrel is doing a fine job of cleaning this up. I think the command center is going to get out though. And SVs are ready to repair it as well. Standing right here. I don't know if that's a rally. Did you seriously rally over here? Oh my god. Okay. Now Omnipresent sending out a large doom drop, and Squirrel is pulling back with his medevac right now. Is this gonna get caught? No, he boosts out of there. And I think he has spotted the gold base over here. Let's actually have a look at that. No, he has not. So we'll see if he spots that gold base right now with these medevacs. And Omnipresent is forced to cancel this command center as well. That's pretty large. Pretty huge deal actually for him. But now I think Squirrel can just roll over and take this game. I mean, roll over Omnipresent, that is. He's ahead in the upgrades tab, he's ahead in the arm supply, I mean, he's ahead in the economy as well, right? 1800 to 1200 roughly still, so yeah, I mean, Squirrel is just in a great position moving forward here. And Omnipresent loses this drop as well, and it's gonna get caught, all the medevacs are gonna go down. Oh, at least 0 went down. Oh, 1, nope. Not a single medevac went down there, so I guess that was kind of a fail. Omnipresent, I feel like he's trying to do too much with too little. He doesn't have enough even to engage the army, and he's trying to drop everywhere, just losing small parts of his army, and that's not really a cost-efficient way to play StarCraft 2 whatsoever. Now Squirrel is starting to produce Thors as well, which, I mean, they're decent siege line breakers, but not really the standard thing to use in TVT. But now let's see if Squirrel is going to be pushing in with this force or not. I mean, there's no reason for him not to, right? And I'm going to see that. Squirrel, he's camping outside. He's starting 3-3 and +2 attack, +1 armor. He's got a lot of marauders in this force actually, and they can deal a lot of damage to the tanks, of course, but they also take damage from the tanks. So let's see, Omnipresent is out of position. What is he doing? He knows this army is here. He should be pulling back with his army and try to defend this, because I mean, he probably knows that he can't defend it. Going for a counterattack or something. Tanks have started to fall already. All the tanks are now dead, and Omnipresent is trying to do what he can with this small force here. Now Squirrel is going to be moving up the ramp. You know, the tanks are in good position. They are able to deal a lot of damage. And now the planetary is here. He has to start repairing that heavily, and he starts doing that right now. The planetary is able to deal a lot of damage. I think it deals 40 damage per shot. So definitely able to take down these units pretty quickly. But the SCVs cannot repair it enough, and it dies. Omnipresent, he managed to hit. Oh my god, it's going to be the GG immediately. No base race, no nothing. Okay, well, Squirrel, he mentioned in his thread on Reddit that this was his best game I think he's ever played. So, no, well, he said it was his latest after Ars Gaming League match, and he's been training very hard for this one. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed the cast, Squirrel. I tried my best. TVT is not my best matchup, as I don't play that much Terran, but I still hope you enjoy the cast. You know, a really nice game, and you know, hope you stick around with After Ars Gaming League. It's a lot of fun. So, see you later. Bye.